And six-time Olympia champion, Chris Bumstead. As for the classic physique division, you have represented, you were a true champion at heart, and even though you're not going to be competing...
I think I'm 7th again. Maybe it is true that the Arnold and the Olympia judge a bit differently.
Ramon Dino.
See? Can't be happy about that.
Hard.
Not at all.
You had to go to a whole second hand, bro. You ran out of fingers.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel for another deep dive into the 2024 Mr. Olympia Classic Physique results. This Olympia had its fair share of upsets and surprises across multiple divisions. Samson Dauda shocked the bodybuilding world by defeating Hadi Choopan and Derek Lunsford in the men's open. Ramon Dino, a fan favorite, didn't make the top 3 this year.
Next, Mr. Olympia champion.
Oh, yeah.
Wesley Visser.
And our Arnold Classic star Wesley Vissers, who was hyped as the next champion to beat Chris Bumstead, unexpectedly dropped to 8th place. Meanwhile, Ali Bilal gave Ryan Terry a tough competition in men's physique. A total of 56 athletes competed in the Classic Physique division for the coveted Olympia title, but it was no easy feat because Chris Bumstead, the reigning champion, was back to defend his crown for the 6th time. With rising stars like Ramon Dino, Urs Kalecinski, and Mike Sommerfeld closing in, many wondered if this would finally be the year Bumstead would be dethroned. Stick around until the end because there were some shockers in the final placements. Today we're breaking down the top 15 results of the 2024 Mr. Olympia Classic Physique division, analyzing each athlete's performance, physique updates, and what helped or hurt their placements. So let's dive right in. Starting at 15th place, Eric Lisboa from Brazil. Eric Lisboa had a fantastic season leading up to the Olympia. After securing 2nd place at the New York Pro 2024, he went on to win the Pittsburgh Pro and Optimum Classic 2024, solidifying his place among the top competitors. Eric has been gaining attention for his classic lines, balance, symmetry, and polished stage presence. However, compared to his performance at the Optimum Classic, he looked a little flat in some poses at the Olympia. For example, in the back double biceps pose, he lacked definition and detail. In his last show, his back had deep cuts and clear details, especially in the hamstrings and glutes. I noticed a slight difference from his last show, where he looked a bit better in my opinion. His posing is always on point, but for this Olympia, his overall conditioning seemed to fall just a bit short compared to the rest of the lineup. Despite landing in 15th place, Eric has shown that he has the potential to keep improving, and he'll be a competitor to watch in 2025. At 14th place, Justin Baderina from the USA. Justin Baderina, a familiar name in classic physique, had quite a year. He secured 2nd place at the Charlotte Pro 2023 and then went on to win the Tampa Pro 2024, earning his Olympia qualification. Justin's physique is known for its density and overall muscle structure with a well-balanced upper body and impressive leg development. However, compared to his performance at the Tampa Pro, he was a bit better there. His conditioning was much improved in that show. At this Olympia, he lacked the same detail and definition, especially in his lower body, including the hamstrings and glutes, which looked much better in his last show. Despite bringing his trademark size to the stage, Justin's conditioning wasn't quite at the level needed to break into the top 10. Nonetheless, his solid performance this year shows that he's on the right path, and with more refinement, he could be pushing for a higher spot next year. In 13th place is Logan Franklin from the USA. Logan Franklin is no stranger to the Olympia stage. Known for his aesthetic and balanced physique, Logan continues to be a standout competitor in classic physique. Last year, he earned his Olympia qualification after placing 3rd at the Texas Pro 2023 and winning the Sean Ray Hawaiian Classic Pro 2023. With his classic lines, small waist, and excellent posing ability, Logan has always been a fan favorite. However, compared to his last show, I feel he lost some mass and size. At the Texas Pro, he looked more massive and shredded than at the Olympia. This time around, he faced incredibly tough competition, and his conditioning, while solid, wasn't enough to elevate him into the top 10. Logan's consistency and ability to stay relevant year after year show that he's still a force to be reckoned with in this division. At 12th place, Jaehoon Park from South Korea. Jaehoon Park had an incredible season building on his past Olympia performances. After winning the Monster Sim Pro 2022, he continued his momentum by placing 10th at the 2023 Olympia and securing another win at the Taiwan Pro 2024. Jae-hoon's physique is known for its crisp conditioning, great muscle symmetry, and excellent proportions. However, the level of competition at this year's Olympia was simply too high for him to break into the top 10. Jae-hoon is improving year by year, and with continued refinement and more size, he could easily find himself competing for a top spot in the near future. In 11th place is Niall Darwin from the UK. Niall Darwin has been making waves in the classic physique division this season. After winning the Toronto Pro 2024, he secured his spot at the Olympia and came into the competition with a lot of momentum. Darwin's aesthetic physique, coupled with his well-rounded muscle development, made him a standout competitor on the Olympia stage. He brought sharp conditioning in a classic silhouette. He showed some improvement in symmetry and conditioning compared to his last competition, but in a lineup as deep as this year's Olympia, cracking the top 10 proved difficult. Nonetheless, Darwin's future in classic physique is incredibly promising, and with more muscle maturity and polish, he could make significant strides next year. In 10th place is Matthew Grego from the USA. Matthew Grego had a breakout year, and his improvements were evident on the Olympia stage. After finishing 16th at the 2023 Olympia, Grego came back stronger and better than ever. He placed second at the Pittsburgh Pro 2024 and went on to win the New York Pro 2024, earning his ticket to this year's Olympia. His conditioning was much tighter this year, and he brought a well-balanced physique with great shape and structure. He also improved in size and conditioning compared to his last New York competition. Grego's top 10 finish at the 2024 Olympia is a testament to his hard work and dedication. With continued focus on improving his size and conditioning, Grego is a name that could climb even higher in the ranks. In 9th place, Matheus Menegate from Brazil. Matheus Menegate has had a standout year, making waves in the classic physique division. He won the Muscle Contest Musclework Pro 2024 and placed second at the Texas Pro 2024, earning his Olympia qualification. Menegate's physique is characterized by his fantastic shape, muscle fullness, and sharp conditioning. Compared to his last competition, he came in more shredded and peeled in some areas, showing improvement. He is known for his stage presence and ability to dial in his physique when it matters most. This top 10 finish at the Olympia proves that Menegate is on the rise, and with a few more improvements, he could easily take a higher place in future competitions.
I think I'm 7th again. Maybe it is true that the Arnold and the Olympia judge a bit differently.
At 8th place, Wesley Vissers from the Netherlands, a major upset. Wesley Vissers is one of the most well-known athletes in classic physique, and coming into this year's Olympia, expectations were high. Wesley had an impressive season, placing 7th at the 2023 Olympia, winning the Romania Muscle Fest Pro 2023, and dominating at both the Arnold Classic UK 2024 and Arnold Classic USA 2024, where he managed to beat some big names including Ramon Dino. However, despite his beautiful aesthetic lines and classic posing, Wesley's conditioning wasn't as sharp as it needed to be this year, leading to his unexpected 8th place finish. Wesley was a fan favorite and predicted by many, including the legendary Ronnie Coleman, to contend for the title and beat Chris Bumstead. In reality, Wesley needs to focus on size and leg development, especially his hamstrings, glutes, and calves. He also needs to tighten his midsection and add more muscle mass and conditioning, similar to the improvements Mike Sommerfeld made this year. While it was a surprising drop for many fans, Wesley remains one of the most popular competitors in the division, and he'll be back with a vengeance in 2025. In 7th place, Michael Daboul from Kuwait. Michael Daboul has steadily become one of the most consistent competitors in classic physique. After placing 6th at the 2023 Olympia, he continued to bring impressive performances this season, winning the Pittsburgh Pro 2023 and placing 4th and 5th at the Arnold Classic UK and USA 2024 respectively. Known for his flawless posing, fantastic symmetry, and great conditioning, Daboul once again delivered a solid package on the Olympia stage. Though he didn't break into the top 5 this year, Daboul's consistency proves that he's always a threat. With a little more size, he could be challenged for higher placements in the future. Over the last 2 to 3 years, he has consistently placed 6th, 7th, or 8th. He has the symmetry and conditioning but needs to add more muscle mass and size to crack the top 5 spots. In 6th place, Jose Manuel Munoz from Spain. Jose Manuel Munoz had an incredible year, showcasing some of the best improvements in the division. After winning both the California Supplements Pro 2024 and the M-Pro Pro 2024, Munoz arrived at the Olympia with a lot of momentum. His physique is known for its balanced proportions, full muscle bellies, and razor-sharp conditioning. He has a solid, hard, and chiseled physique. He improved even more from his last competition and gave the other competitors a tough time. In my early prediction video, I said he would crack the top 10, and he did. Munoz's 6th place finish reflects his hard work and attention to detail. Many believe that with just a bit more size and refinement, he could crack the top 5 in future competitions. At 5th place, Brian Ansley from the USA. Brian Ansley needs no introduction. A 2-time Olympia Classic Physique champion, Brian continues to defy the odds and impress at the highest level of competition. At 45 years old, Brian remains a force to be reckoned with in the division. After placing 4th at last year's Olympia, Brian had a strong season, placing 4th at the Arnold Classic USA 24, 2nd at the Arnold Classic UK 2024, and winning the Dubai Pro Show. His posing is unmatched, and his classic lines and conditioning continue to set him apart. His classic and mature, well-rounded biceps are amazing, looking like they were sculpted by an artist. Brian's 5th place finish at this year's Olympia solidifies his legacy as one of the greatest classic physique athletes of all time. Even though he is nearing the end of his competitive career, he still has what it takes to compete at the top.
The 4th place award and presented to Ramon Dino.
See? Can't be happy about that.
It's hard.
Not at all.
Hard.
There's a lot of Brazilians in there.
Coming in 4th place, we have Ramon Dino, the Brazilian fan favorite. Ramon entered the Olympia with sky-high expectations after his stellar 2023 season, where he finished 2nd at the Olympia and took 2nd place at the 2024 Arnold Classic USA. Many thought this could be the year he finally dethroned Chris Bumstead, but things didn't go as planned for Ramon. During prejudging, Ramon struggled with issues beyond his control. He was sweating heavily and his tan started to run off, making him appear less defined and smaller under the stage lights. Despite these setbacks, Ramon's sheer talent and muscle mass were enough to secure him 4th place, but it was clear that he wasn't at his best this time around. Compared to his performance last year, he was at his best then. In this show, he lacked definition in some poses and his quads were not fully dominant and lacked detail. Last year, he had mature and deep abs which you can compare in pictures from last year and this year. From the back pose, he lost details and separation in his back. Last year's pose was better. In some poses like the abs and thigh pose, he looked good. His wide shoulders, dense muscle bellies, and tight waist are among the best in the division, but the small details cost him a higher spot. Ramon will no doubt be disappointed with this result, but knowing his work ethic and determination, expect him to come back stronger and hungrier for victory in the future.
The 3rd place award, the Olympia bronze medal. The 3rd place check and presented to Urs Kalecinski.
Wow, okay. Urs is very consistent. A lot of thirds. A lot of thirds. Very consistent.
I think 2nd could have been
3rd place, Urs Kalecinski from Germany. Securing 3rd place is Urs Kalecinski, the rising star from Germany, often nicknamed the Miracle Bear. Urs has had an incredible year, bringing one of his best packages yet to the Olympia stage. Known for his insane conditioning and razor-sharp lines, Urs continues to close the gap on the top contenders in classic physique. This year, he even beat Ramon Dino in competition, leaving him behind. Wow. Compared to his performance at last year's Olympia, Urs has made significant improvements. His vacuum pose is better and his biceps are more dominant and mature. He has increased his overall size, especially in his deep quads. In the side pose, he has improved his chest and leg development. From the back, he has added size and worked on his hamstrings and calves. In the abs and thigh pose, he looked much tighter due to increased size and muscle development, with his quads really shining. He's made noticeable improvements, particularly in his arms and overall fullness, which helped him stand out against some of the division's veterans. Urs came into the Olympia fresh off a successful season where he placed third at both the 2024 Arnold Classic USA and the Arnold Classic UK. His third place finish here at the Olympia solidifies his position as one of the elite in the division. Urs is gaining ground every year, and with his consistent improvements and youthful energy, it's only a matter of time before he's battling for the top spot.
$1,000.
धक
And
धक
the title of 2024.
न्यू मत बोलना भाई,
Physique Olympia champion.
न्यू नहीं सुनना चाहते.
And 6-time champion.
Yes.
Second place, Mike Sommerfeld from Germany, the biggest surprise of the Olympia. The runner-up spot goes to Mike Sommerfeld, another German competitor who delivered the most shocking performance of the weekend. Mike has always been known for his incredible symmetry and flawless conditioning, but no one expected him to jump from 8th place last year to 2nd this year. However, compared to last year's Olympia, he made significant improvements in his physique. You can see the difference in his front double biceps pose from last year to this year. He gained size, symmetry, and conditioning. His legs in particular stood out on stage, showcasing both size and separation that few could match. He tightened his midsection and his chest displayed more fiber and separation. His overall package, with sharp conditioning and a perfectly balanced physique, earned him a spot right behind Chris Bumstead, a massive leap from where he was just a year ago. Sommerfeld's rise to the top has been one of the most exciting stories this season, and his runner-up finish firmly establishes him as one of the top athletes in classic physique. With this kind of momentum, Mike is sure to be a serious contender in future Olympias.
6-time Olympia champion. You had to go to a whole second hand, bro. You ran out of fingers.
And finally, your 2024 Mr. Olympia Classic Physique champion for the 6th consecutive time is none other than Chris Bumstead. At this point, it feels almost inevitable Chris Bumstead is simply unbeatable in the Classic Physique division. With his unparalleled combination of size, aesthetics, symmetry, and stage presence, Chris once again proved why he's the king. Chris brought his best ever conditioning to the Olympia stage. His delts, triceps, and legs looked insane, and his trademark vacuum pose and deep-set abs continue to define the classic physique ideal. His stage presence is unmatched, and when you see him standing next to the competition, it's clear that Chris is in a league of his own.
This is going to be my last time up on the stage. The past 8 years up here have been the most amazing journey of my life, and I wouldn't change a thing. I really hope I set the standard. I hope I've done that in a way where people...
However, Chris made a shocking announcement after his victory. This would be his last Olympia. He's stepping away from the stage to focus on his family and watch his daughter grow.
Chris, let me say this. On behalf of all the people here and around the world, you have been the greatest champion that we could have possibly asked for in the classic physique division. You have represented, you were a true champion at heart, and even though you're not going to be competing anymore, you're going to be an integral part of this sport. Standing ovation as it should be. Chris Bumstead, enjoy this moment on the Olympia stage.
This marks the end of an era, and the torch is now up for grabs. Who will be the next champion in 2025? Will it be Mike Sommerfeld or Urs Kalecinski? So there you have it, the top 15 results of the 2024 Mr. Olympia Classic Physique. This year's competition was full of surprises, with Mike Sommerfeld's rise to 2nd place, Ramon Dino's unexpected 4th place finish, and end of Chris' era. What do you think? Did these results surprise you? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more in-depth bodybuilding coverage.
Standing ovation as it should be. Chris Bumstead, enjoy this moment on the Olympia stage.